Hello, it is Wednesday, January 18th, 2012 at 3:53 a.m. Central Standard Time. And earlier tonight I did a video on Corpus Christi on the radar going crazy. And I want to first show you that I went and found there were two hot spots that showed up. And I'll put a link to that video so you can see it. But I went and found them on Google Earth. Here's Corpus Christi right in here, right here. And the big hot spot is up here, this Texas wind, and I labeled it Texas wind farm. It's a wind farm. You can see right there. And it looks fairly extensive, not that huge, but this was back in 2009. But the big one was down here. Went a little far. Here's Corpus Christi up here. It's down here south of Baffin Bay, and this one's very large. We're all along in here. All these little white lines with the little white specks, that's all turbines. See right there. So anyway, I want to show you what happened to that line as time progressed. What it did is you can see it right here, it's landing into Brownsville. Right here is you see a puddle, and you see it's moving down. It joins up with another line that was kind of just hanging here. Actually, there's several lines around. Let's go look at the this loop goes from basically 6 to 9 UTC on January 18th, and the next rattle be a little more clear. We slow it down, and you can see it kind of puddles up here. I don't know why it doesn't keep going down to the bottom of the radar, because when you look at Brownsville it picks it up and it's coming down. And you can see this wind farm still lit up over here. This one's not showing right at the moment. So let's go look at Brownsville. I'm going to stop it, go back. Oops. Well, I lost it. It was, there were a few more frames last time I looked at this, but it basically came down and joined up with this one, but now they've become one. And you can watch them come in. Right now, I'll notice that it's in clear mode. And it's coming down, and then at 7:52 they switch over to precipitation mode. And it looks like there's something coming off of the cloud as it's dropping here, the line cloud. And then it continues down past Corpus Christi. Oh, excuse me, Brownsville. I was just watching. Looks like something's going out this way and this way. Let's zoom in a little bit, and I'll play through it again. Slow it down. The time showing. So anyway, when I saw this tonight, it reminded me of back when that teenager brought a fake gun to school and was shot and killed by 2 police officers. Happened on January 4th. It was a 5th grader named Jamie Gonzalez, and it was at Cummings Middle School. He had a CO2 pellet pistol that looked like a real gun, actually. And the thing that really caught my attention is that from the things I read, it didn't sound like he was a troublemaker. It says the funeral of Jamie Gonzalez was anything but a funeral for a criminal brought down by police, because every indication is that Jamie was not a criminal. Students, parents, friends, and even Father George Gomez of Holy Family Church of Brownsville, Texas, spoke highly of Jamie and recalled how he collected money for the church. Reverend Gomez also expressed the need for teens to be respectful of authority. Of course, with a packed church and students, family, and friends yelling for justice for Jamie in Spanish, he was obviously attempting to keep control of the crowd. From almost every media report, this seems to have been a young man that everybody liked. He was involved in sports and the band and his church. Like so many tragic events of life, we will probably never know all of the facts. This seems to be even truer in the Rio Grande Valley of Texas. And this is a pastor writing this. And he says, as one who believes strongly in the Second Amendment and the right of our police to defend themselves in an effort to protect the public, there's simply no way I can sit here writing this article as a pastor, theologian, and religious writer and say this was God's will. I don't believe it was. All too often, man gets in the way of God's will. In my opinion, this was such a case. And this was in the Examiner.com. And Lee Outlaw wrote it. And I wonder, you know, just what it is that's in these clouds. I mean, that Brownsville often has high activity like this. And when we have good people just going bad for no reason, we do have to wonder about what it is. And more we're seeing these things in the air, and we don't know what it is because people are not telling us what it is. And the blood of the children will be upon our hands. Oh, Lord, help us. All right. God bless you.